on with the edition of News in Depth.
Relatives of the Henry family believe that the police are taking too long to solve the murders of their children. Speaking with reporters at Parliament Building this morning, after the opposition coalition submitted a motion seeking to have the police expedite the investigations, the family said the perpetrators need to be brought to justice. Joel Henry's mother, Gail Johnson, said she is disgusted at the situation, while her son said it is having an impact on the family.
I need justice for my child and it is not coming up. The police they are working on what they're supposed to work on.
We then find a lead, but not coming out for the lead. Process, because we getting fed up with it now. Telling upon the family more now, you understand?
Isaiah's father, Gladstone, said the family is concerned about the direction the case is heading. As Isaiah's mother said, all she wants is justice for her son.
Because what we was relying on is the evidence that take off on the bodies and the clothes and all these things. And while waiting, say 3 weeks after, it ended up being more than 3 weeks after. We were fairly confident that something would have come out of this. We not say, well, this is it. We'd have been have something that the police could have hold someone. But it is not so. So we are not feeling well with this prolonging things. We saying that the police, they must have to do some more job than what they are doing here today.
All I would like to say that I need justice for my son and the time is too long. It's taking too long. I needed to speed it up and I get justice for my son because he's just 16 and his cousin was just 18.
Opposition Member of Parliament Tabitha Sabaru Haley said given that the police seem to be taking direction from the government, then it is only fitting that the government provides answers.
But the reason why it is that we thought it right to bring a motion to the House is that what you would have seen since August 2nd is that the police, even though it's supposed to be independent, has been taking a lot of guidance from the so-called government. And so we thought it best that the government should also answer to these questions to hold them accountable for what the police is or they're not doing on this particular matter. As the families would have said, it is something that they need justice. We believe that. We as the representatives in Parliament, we also believe that they need justice. And so on that matter, we felt that the government, the so-called government, I would say, the regime, the PP regime that is in office, they need to be held accountable, and one way of holding them accountable is for them to answer to those questions in the Parliament.
More news after this break. Stay with us.
Shh. It's your new secret. The all-in-one weapon for perfecting imperfections and capturing flawless skin. A lot of brands forget women of color or just don't understand that we come in all shades. From caramel to ebony, there's such a range. Iman Cosmetics is for every woman and features a line of skincare products and cosmetics including 16 foundation shades, powder, concealer, lipstick, blush, eyeshadow, highlighter, and BB cream. Visit us at Lot 75 Swamp Section, Rosal Town. That's behind the market. Or call 337-4422 or 688-9249. Shh.
Our good, me go take this bed here, in nice bed. But me go forget one comfort sleep mattress for go with them.
Boss man, what we gonna do? We not get no comfort sleep mattress in stock. We can't afford to lose the sale.
You see, moms, we have other brands. Would you like to see?
Other brand? Now you make joke. No. Me only want comfort sleep mattress. You see, we got bad experience with them other brands where you talk about. And since I've started to use comfort sleep mattress, I will sleep more better and more comfortable.
Yes, but you see, mom, I can offer you half price off for any brand. Half price.
I mean, I want that. No. You want to keep it better.
Wait! I find a comfort sleep mattress!
Meantime, you remind me for stock up comfort sleep mattress. Now people coming in and they can't get every day they coming in, they can't get comfort sleep mattress.
To protect our customers, Comfort Sleep now has our logo printed on our mattresses. Don't be fooled. Buy Comfort Sleep mattresses.
Comfort Sleep, best by test.
Caribbean rice from the lush rice fields of Guyana straight to your home. Caribbean rice, our people, our rice.
Director of Prisons Gladwin Samuel said a number of measures were put in place by the prison authorities to keep the spread of the coronavirus out of the prisons. Samuels was speaking with reporters at Ivlay recently. He said over 200 inmates from the Lusignan prison have tested positive.
Fortunately, a few weeks ago, we discovered that 2 persons were positive, and having done further testing, we found that in excess of 200 persons were positive at the Lusignan prison. As such, a number of measures were put in place from that point, where we utilized an area outside of Georgetown and we transported a number of prisoners there. All of those prisoners have since successfully recovered, and during the time they were there, a separate area was set up at the Lusignan prison to accommodate those prisoners upon their return. In addition to that, there were some additional prisoners who remained at Lusignan who were infected. We have identified a specific bay for those persons. So while there is no specific cure for the coronavirus, in keeping with what is being used, those prisoners were assessed by the medical team and they were treated accordingly.
According to Samuels, all persons who are admitted to the prison are now being tested.
So they're tested and quarantined. So it is only when the test result checks out and the 14 days also expired before they are incorporated into general population. We still have the overcrowding situation at Lusignan, which has been a problem for a while. But I think sometime last week, the ministry would have advertised for bids to be submitted for the construction of an additional holding facility at Lusignan. While it will not address the entire overcrowding issue that we have there, it is a step in the right direction, and steps are also being taken for a new facility to be constructed at Lusignan. So that should be on the way shortly, while it is likely to be a multi-year project.
Inmates of the Lusignan prison and prison officials had clashed following an outbreak in the jailhouse. Days later, a violent protest erupted in the prison, which resulted in 2 inmates being shot and killed by prison authorities.
And that has brought us to the end of our news for tonight. For these and other stories, visit our website at rdproductiongy.com or our Facebook and Instagram page at Royce and Driggs Production.